A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. Lisbon, Portugal. Voters in Portugal are heading to the polls today for the third general election in just 3 years, a reflection of the country's increasingly fragmented political landscape. As the nation grapples with pressing issues such as immigration, housing, and the rising cost of living, hopes for a stable government may be dashed once again, with polls indicating another likely minority government. This election comes at a time when public frustration with the traditional political parties has been mounting, resulting in the emergence of new alternatives that challenge the long-standing dominance of the center-right Social Democrats and the center-left Socialist Party. The political instability in Portugal, a European Union nation of 10.6 million people, has reached a critical point, leading many to question whether this election will finally bring about the change they desire. Marina Costa-Lobo, head researcher at Lisbon University's Institute of Social Sciences, noted that the polls suggest there will not be significant differences from previous election results. What the polls indicate is that there will not be major differences from the last election results, she stated, hinting at another potential struggle for political alliances in parliament. Historically, the Social Democrats and the Socialist Party have alternated in power over the last 50 years, but their inability to address key issues has allowed new political movements to gain traction. Voter sentiment is mixed, with many expressing dissatisfaction with the mainstream parties. Patricia Fortes, a 47-year-old Lisbon resident, shared her frustration. "I really don't know who to go for. I'm fed up with the main parties, but then I feel I don't know the other parties well enough." The current political crisis was exacerbated by a confidence vote in March that saw the center-right minority government, led by the Social Democrats in coalition with the smaller Popular Party, lose its standing after less than a year in office. This unexpected turn of events triggered an early election, which was initially not scheduled until 2028. Polls indicate that the Democratic Alliance, the partnership between the Social Democrats and the Popular Party, holds a slight lead over the Socialists, but is unlikely to secure the 116 seats necessary for a majority in the 230-seat National Assembly. Voting commenced at 8 a.m., 7 o'clock GMT, and will conclude at 8 p.m., 19 o'clock GMT, with exit polls expected to be released shortly thereafter. Official results are anticipated by midnight, 23 o'clock GMT. The confidence vote that led to the early election was driven by allegations of conflicts of interest involving Prime Minister Luis Montenegro's family law firm, which he has denied. Corruption scandals have plagued Portuguese politics in recent years, creating an environment ripe for the rise of the hard-right populist party, Chega. Led by André Ventura, Chega advocates for a stringent immigration policy and claims to have zero tolerance for misconduct in office. However, the party itself has faced controversy, with recent allegations against its lawmakers, including theft and forgery, leading to resignations. The immigration issue has become a focal point in this election, as Portugal has seen a dramatic increase in immigration over the past few years. From fewer than 500,000 legal immigrants in 2018, the number has surged to over 1.5 million, with many coming from Brazil and Asia to work in sectors such as tourism and agriculture. This influx has created tensions within the population, particularly as the outgoing government announced plans to expel 18,000 undocumented foreigners just weeks before the election. Critics, including socialist leader Pedro Nuno Santos, have accused the government of attempting to capitalize on anti-immigrant sentiments to win votes. Additionally, the housing crisis has intensified political discourse, with soaring house prices and rents over the past decade. The National Statistics Institute reported a staggering 9% increase in house prices last year, while rents in and around Lisbon surged more than 7%, marking the steepest rise in 30 years. Many residents lament that they cannot afford to buy or rent homes in their own neighborhoods, forcing families to relocate to more affordable areas. This crisis is compounded by Portugal's status as one of Western Europe's poorest nations, where the average monthly salary hovers around €1,200, $1,340 before tax, and the minimum wage is set at €870, $974. As Portugal navigates through this tumultuous political landscape, the outcome of today's election may not only determine the future of its government, but also reflect the broader sentiments of its citizens. With a mixture of apprehension and hope, voters await the results, hoping for a resolution to the instability that has marked their political scene for far too long. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.